Hello, hello. All right, this is going to be an interesting one. So, any bear points? I'm hoping what's his name from the what's his name, the mythical guy. Apparently, we have 1,000 or what is it, 400 page due diligence coming in from a bear. So that's interesting. I don't know what that's. I don't know if that's. I think he's trolling, honestly. But right now, today, I wanted to go over some questions for BNGO stock, and um, some questions and some rebuttals, some bull case rebuttals, I would say. So, all right. Let me make sure. Is everything working all right in the chat? Let me make sure. Um, we should be good to go, but I'm not seeing any chats, so I'm worried right now because I get stressed out easily over this. All right. Is there any action going on? Is the chat is on? Everything working? Okay, thank you. God, all right. Sorry, I'm a little too paranoid when it comes to that. But we had streams where the audio is literally not working for like 2 minutes. So there we go. Thank you. Okay, so I want the bears to come out today, hopefully, and give me some bear points. And I'm actually on the risks section. So hello EJ, hello Sensei, hello Kevin. How are y'all doing? I want to go over some risks for Bionano stock, and I also have a nice video planned for you after this. Actually, it's a premiere, and it's gonna be right after this almost. So we're gonna end the stream here right before 3 o'clock, and I have a video on nano nozzle and some new developments that have, well, not there are new developments. We had a new patent 2 days ago on the 20th, right? So that is new, but most of it is not new. But I wanted to talk about why nano nozzle is actually so likely to happen and so likely to make us millionaires if you're having a lot of money in Bionano. I mean, if we just do a little bit of a preview, I cover this a little bit in the video here, but the nano nozzle has such a high probability of actually happening, right? It really does. It really does. In this thread by always right here, Jason Smith on the channel, it is a great thread and it really articulates the thoughts very well. But right now, this stream right here, it's a little weird. We can do the technicals, we can do whatever, okay? When we go, okay, the streams are so open-ended. We do whatever y'all comment with, whatever's interesting, that's pretty much what we do. But I wanted to just any question that y'all have about the fundamentals, concerns, and especially concerns. What I want to do, I want to add some risks and possible risks for Bionano. Because I am a bull, and I know there's more risks than this. I only have like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 risks right now. I want to add some more. So let me know what y'all's risks and bear case scenarios are for Bionano. I know a lot of people are scared about the sales in the earnings report, right? We got a lot of sales, or we didn't get a lot of sales, rather, right? We had a lot of regional rental program stuff, sales, I guess, technically. But we had a lot of less Sapphire sales. And we don't actually have the exact numbers here. If I actually look at the transcript and Control F, we actually, here, let me just, Regent Rental Program, right? So yeah, can you just give a breakdown of the Regent rental versus your capital purchase on the 11 placements, right? So they want to know what the exact proportions are for the sales. Are they getting actual Sapphire sales, or is it just rental program sales? Because they don't really distinguish between the two. The majority of the systems that went out were in the rental program. The reasons we're not breaking it out is that it's still sort of finding its level. I don't want to set any sort of precedent. And the other piece of information that I think would be helpful to you is that, and this is the CEO talking, if you look at the revenues attributed to the instruments, what we can say is those sales were all right around the list price for the system. So I think with that information, you would probably be able to get close to what those numbers are. So basically, ape language, right? He's basically saying, in a way, if you look at the revenues attributed to the instruments, the sales were right around the list price, right? The list price is 150K, and the Regent rental program, most of the sales through that, right? Most of the adoptions of the Sapphire through the rental program were right around the list price for the item, I guess, apparently, okay? So, and then a lot of people start freaking out because of this. They're like, oh, we're not getting sales. We need to downgrade our price target from $14 to $10 long term, like the freaking, like some analysts. I don't think Kevin was the one who downgraded his price target, but someone downgraded their price target very very, very sharply. And that's the reason why. Like, really, I mean, we can just do an entire I mean, I already have done a breakdown video on that. Not a fundamental question, but I was curious if you're bullish or bearish on the Nasdaq for this upcoming Monday. Absolutely, I can answer that question since we have no other questions. All right, so the Nasdaq here. Am I more bullish or bearish? Let me tell you, this is what's going to determine it for the Nasdaq, man. Let me tell you, the economic calendar, U.S. economic calendar. Next Friday, this Friday, we have the core inflation. This is what everyone's going to be watching right here, man. This is it. If this is a good number, we're going to rally on Friday and the next week probably, after the 28th. If we don't, it's going to be rough. And before that, we really don't have anything crazy. I would not be surprised if we saw some selling off in anticipation for this, just because fear, But then again, it's like, well, most of the people who are scared about inflation already have reduced their risk. So I don't know. You can say, I mean, no one knows exactly what the proportion is of people who have not mitigated the risk to a acceptable amount in their mind. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting though. And for the technicals for the Nasdaq and the SPY, for the Nasdaq, there's no indication that I wouldn't say there's really a clear advantage. I mean, I really do like that we got the daily SAR flip on the daily. On the 4-hourly, we're good, but we got rejected by the Supertrend. Supertrend is still red, so it's mixed. It really, really is mixed. If we look at the SPY, I don't think there's anything crazy here either. Let me go ahead and maximize this for you so it's a little easier to see. And by the way, for anyone who's just getting in now, please tell me what your bear questions and concerns are for Bionano. Let me know your questions for Bionano. I want to add the goal of the stream today. We're going to be streaming until we're going to be streaming for another 40 minutes. Exactly, pretty much. Unless I guess technically we could go more, but is the guy with the 200-page BNGO bear thesis in here? He was commenting on it earlier. I think the really spicy one within 2 minutes. What is your expected price end of year and why? Within 2 minutes. You want me to answer within 2 minutes? You know I like to rant, my friend. My expected price end of year is basically here. Let me actually get it pulled up here. Portfolio. Okay, here we go. So my end of year price is $20. It's $20, and we're gonna go way past this if the Nano nozzle comes before that, which it certainly could. There are conflicting sources on that, but I think Eric has said before the end of 2023 or 24. I forgot exactly. So it could be anytime. The Nano nozzle release could be anytime. Once that happens, it's over. We're going to be worth 10 billion, 30 billion, 100 billion market cap easily. If anything in this Reddit post and anything in this due diligence about the Nano nozzle is correct, which it is. We've done the digging. We have the sources, and I'm going to prove all of those claims to you in the video that is after this one. It's going to be premiering at 3 o'clock Central Time. So right after this one, we're going to end the stream right before. And I'll put a link in the chat and in the comments by the end of this one. So $20 is my end of year price start for Bionano. Yeah, but I really want for this stream, I want the bears to come out and debate me. That's what I want. That's what I want this to be. Yeah, the guy with the 200-page due diligence, man, I think he's just joking. And I think he said it was 400 as well, EJ. I think he said it was a 400-page. We have a bear that's apparently trying to make a 400-page due diligence just to combat mine. He also commented and said he was going to make it like in a few weeks when I took 6 weeks to make mine. But although I made mine in 4 days, so we already know this bear is telling lies. So, not a great start. All right. How much of a threat is BNGO to Illumina? A huge threat. Absolutely a huge threat. That's a good question. And I've seen some comments from some very informed people on Bionano, and they say that an Illumina acquisition, acquiring Bionano, a buyout is just absolutely off the table, and I completely disagree. I disagree with a lot of informed bulls. I want to make a video about why the AMC apes joining our cause would not be inherently bad. Everyone thinks, no, there's no way AMC, we could have an AMC-like squeeze and it would be good for the company. Yes, there is a way. I guarantee you there's a way. And I'm going to explain that more in depth, but that would take me 10 minutes. But for the Illumina acquisition, it makes a lot of sense. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out the Sapphire complements sequencing. Short read sequencing, next generation long read does not take a genius. But the CEO himself has says that Sapphire complements Illumina specifically in this article right here. Also, if you're in Illumina's position here, let me look at, you know what, let me Should we do this on air? You know, if I don't have any good other good questions, I'll do a little more in depth. But in short, there is a serious chance that Illumina acquires Bionano. Yes, absolutely. It would make the most sense. Here's the thing: is it likely that Illumina does it? Probably not, given that they haven't already. But with the nano nozzle and optical genome mapping and Sapphire improvements, there is still a chance. And also with the recent stock price fall, and given that they have a ton of cash, and given what Bionano's risk pose, I mean, if you're Illumina, Bionano is the biggest risk that you can get. Literally, I mean, Bionano is going to make these guys go out of business. Seriously, that global Sapphire adoption with the nano nozzle in the Sapphire, Illumina is not going to make it. They are not going. There's no reason why anyone would buy Illumina's products when you can do optical genome mapping with sequencing at a bet with more innovation with the Sapphire. There's no reason. So Illumina, yes, it absolutely makes sense for them to buy them out. But is it likely? I wouldn't necessarily say it's likely, and that we don't need that. We don't need that. What would our share price? Hold on, I'm going to answer all these. How much of a threat? Yeah, okay, I answered that one. You think we will hit 10 before or after next earnings report? Oh boy, that's a good question, man. That's a really good question. I'll tell you what. I think, I'll say this, Sensei. If Bionano does not hit $10 before, if it does not hit $10 before the quarter two 2021 earnings report, I think we probably will on the news of that report, because I think quarter two. Here's the thing: historically, Bionano has a horrible quarter one. Quarter one is typically the worst quarter for Bionano, right? That's exactly what happened in 2020 last year, right? This year, it's looking to be the same. But guess what? Quarter one, 179% year-over-year revenue growth. You could use that number to make a very ape language and aggregate estimation that, we're going to be on track to make, 170, 150, 100% year-over-year revenue growth for all quarters. Yes, especially when you consider all the other things that we're doing. If we go to the financial section, which we can do, I can break some of the financials down if y'all want. So I hope that answers a little bit of your question. I think he made it overnight. Honestly, that guy there's apparently a bear making 400 pages of due diligence of bearish synthesis for Bionano, which is absolutely insane. And I can't wait. I told him I will make a video on it. I told him, send me the link. I'll make a video on it, and I will debunk you if they are stupid. I'll take it. I'll look at it with an open mind. I'll read it. I doubt it. I mean, there's no way. You cannot make a 400-page document in a few days. You cannot do that. I don't care if you're on cocaine, okay? Now cocaine is not why I was able to do this, but I was able to do this one in 4 days, but that nearly killed me, right? So that just gives you some perspective as to how long an 80 or 70-page document takes. He's talking about making a 400-page document in a few weeks. So it's like, okay, I'm ready. What would our share price be if there was an Illumina acquisition? Great question. What would happen if Bionano were to be bought out by Illumina? Depending on the details of the deal, of course, the negotiation would have to, obviously, it would be, of course, there's contingencies here, but we would easily 2x, if not 5x, 10x, I mean, okay, now 10x on an acquisition, the deal would have to be very favorable, have to be a lot of cash for upfront, but it's going to be a nice deal. It's going to be at least 100%, that's for sure, I think. Don't Illumina and BNGO work closely together so acquisition is possible, in my opinion? Yes, technically, they do. I wish I had this bookmarked. I have this bookmarked on my other one. Here, let me go right. You know what? Let me just accounts receivable. Yep. All right. So Illumina. Yeah. Here's your proof. God, this is why I love the chat. It's so good. We can just go to so many different places. So okay, no, that's not the right. Oh my gosh, that's not the right thing. I linked the wrong thing again. All right. Let me go to. I'm gonna have to do it the hard way. I'm gonna have to do it the hard way. Hold on. It'll take 1 second. All right, I'm going to show you that Illumina is actually on our accounts receivable, which basically means they owe us money, my friends. They owe us money. All right, it's this one, I believe. Let me see here. Yes. Okay, so it's right here. All right, so accounts receivable, net of allowance for doubtful accounts, yada, yada, blah, blah, right? Almost 2 million. So Illumina and Quest Diagnostics account for, I think it's 1.5 million of this, but I don't know if if that number is updated to be after this quarter one report. So basically, what your ape language is, what this means is that pocket change for Illumina, exactly. Like if you're Illumina, why wouldn't you just pay a couple million? Not a couple million. I mean, it would be more like a couple billion. I mean, let's be honest, it would be a couple billion at least for Bionano, when you could literally get rid of all your risk for Bionano and achieve getting the highest potential company out there for genetics. I mean, Bionano is definitely the most high potential company in genetics. It has the most. Come on, I mean, nano nozzle. Come on. There's no doubt in that. There's no doubt in that, man. Merge. I don't know about that. What is your realistic price target for BNGO end of year? But yeah, to finally extrapolate on this, right? So yes, Illumina and Bionano have worked together in the past. Here, let me check some real quick. Okay. Yeah, they have worked together in the past, obviously, because Illumina has paid Bionano for their products or for something, right? Otherwise, why are they owing them millions of dollars, right? I mean, not millions. I guess technically they could do hundreds of thousands, but not likely. It's more likely to be over $1 million even now. So interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Let me put it on Bionano here so we can have something cool to look at in the background. What other questions do we have? I want to know any bear questions, any questions for Bionano. Actually, you know what? Let me get the Discord up. There's a ton of good info on the Discord. Let's see. BNGO research and data here. Yeah, Lineagen. Actually, you know what? Screw that. Let's talk about the freaking where is it? BNGO tour and trip info. Dude, I am gonna do this. I think I'm gonna do this today. God, there's so many videos that we've been working on the last few days. I think I'm gonna do the BNGO tour and trip info. I think I'm gonna do a video explaining my goals here. I think just like a very quick one, very easy video, and then I'm gonna draft the email. I'm gonna do the email. So please, I know most of you already have heard this, but please, if you want to do anything, give me advice for the whole idea. Right, we're gonna fly out to California. Hopefully, Bionano will pay for our expenses. That would be sweet. For a big publicity event, we're going to do a YouTube video for it, obviously. I mean, that's the only reason why it would make sense for them. Facility tour, interview with the CEO, CFO, and COO, hopefully more, right? They can hopefully show us, they can hopefully give us a hands-on how the Sapphire works, literally, and we can do that. So yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. It will be the biggest collab in history for any stock channel ever. I mean, are you kidding me? If we could have even just me and Mr. Investalot, even if it was just me and him, and I still have not reached out to him because I've been so busy, but we're going to do that soon. We're going to do that soon. So that's going to be so fun. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Hopefully, I mean, at this point, it's just an idea, but I really think Bionano will want to do this. They like marketing. They are not one of those people that, they're not one of those businesses that is refusing to change, refusing to do the internet today, right? Social media. They're not one of those. If they see the value in publicity through YouTube on their stock for their stock and their company, I think they're going to do it. And it's not a lot of money. I mean, how much money is it to fly two guys or a couple guys and gals out to their headquarters and give us a tour real quick? A couple hours. Have you looked at Deo's videos? He is also very bullish on BNGO and post videos daily. Yes, I might reach out to him as well if he wants to go as well, man. Yeah. What questions do we have? For Bionano? We have about 25 to 30 minutes until we got to end it, and then the video, the nano nozzle video is going to be coming out right here. Sequencing is coming for BNGO soon. Yep, that is going to be coming right after this one. 30 minutes, and that's going to explain why I'm so bullish on the nano nozzle. And there are kind of new developments, so. It's good news. It's good news all around. I'm very excited. But right now we have zero bears, and this stream is literally dedicated to the bears. I made this for Robbie and Marco, and what's the other guy? Mythical something. I don't know what his name is, but there's like a couple bears on the channel that really. There's a couple bears, man, and they never like to debate me, but some of them want to. Apparently, one of them is writing a 400-page document to debate me. So this is your chance right now. What are the chances BNGO gets bought out? I would say they're pretty low. I wouldn't get too excited on this. And here's the thing: I'm not betting on an Illumina acquisition. Okay, I kind of want Illumina. I mean, I wouldn't mind an Illumina acquisition, of course, just because. Come on, who doesn't want to see Bionano go 100% to 300% just like that, right? But here's the thing: if we don't get an acquisition, then Bionano can actually go, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000% long term, right? I mean, I'm serious when I say 5,000%, 10-year outlook, 20-year outlook is 100%. I mean, that's what I think is gonna. I mean, maybe not 5,000, but 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. These are the numbers that I'm expecting over the long term, easily. Nano nozzle happens, and there's no doubt in my mind. I don't care if someone replicates a sapphire and somehow gets around our patents. The nano nozzle will make it impossible to make us not moon. And when I say moon, I mean like 100 billion market cap. I'm serious. I mean, this is the company with the biggest potential ever, out of any company that I know of. Seriously. I mean, we have proof. We have proof that the nano nozzle is already in development. There is so much proof. Let me show you one thing that I'm not going to show you in the video that's coming out after this. Let me go up here. Right. So you guys already know this quote, I'm sure. If you're not a new viewer, you know what this is. You already know what this is. But the CEO has already he's already confirmed. He's already confirmed there are new applications that have not even been developed, and that is what makes the $3 to $3.5 billion market cap low. Right? It's better. Right? The total market opportunity for optical genome mapping goes well beyond the low single-digit billion-dollar number. Right? So that's literally an exact quote. It's an exact quote, my friends. BNGO has to tour YouTubers, but something over one's over 1 mil sub at least. Good afternoon, my friend. Good afternoon. Seeing $6 next week, I think they're pretty high. It's just the volume. Look at the volume. We didn't even talk about the volume, dude. It's literally 11 million. It is the worst. It was the worst volume day since at least the start of April. And then I think before the run-up started, that was basically, there was a couple days in April where we had 11 million in volume, and then besides that, back in last year, that's the last time we had 11 million volume. We have the least volume right now out of ever, pretty much, in the last 5 months. It's sad. It's really sad, and that's why I'm working so hard, partly. I mean, of course, I wanted the channel to do well, but that's also why I'm working so hard for Bionano videos, to get the word out. Oh, man, it really frustrates me. It really frustrates me that no one knows about this company. No one knows about it. What do you think of the extreme rise of the selling expenses? I didn't dig too deep until now, but for me, those are the only real concerns. Do you have a clue how they will behave this year? I assume you mean operating expenses, not selling expenses. You mean... I assume you're not talking about the actual price of the sapphire. I assume you mean operating expenses, which I totally know what you mean. The operating expenses are absolutely, they are absolutely, actually, you know what? Let me show you Simply Wall Street. That's probably a better articulation here. Let me show you Simply Wall Street. Let me show you these guys' prediction for Bionano's, oh gosh, come on, hurry up. Hurry up. All right, never mind. Hey, let me see if I have the link here. Basically, anyways, what I was going to say is that Simply Wall Street is projecting... Where is it? I know I have it. Yes. Please work. Please let me sign in. Yes. Okay, here we go. No. Come on, bro. Damn it. All right. Well, anyways, you're just gonna have to take my word for it, or just look at the document, because I don't want to do that real quick. But basically, operating expenses, Simply Wall Street is literally expecting them to rise exactly the same and more than the revenue increases that, according to them, they are expecting to literally go 100% growth year over year. Actually, no, exactly. Sorry, someone's gonna fact check me and be like, you're wrong. It's technically 80 to 90% year over year revenue growth for like the next 5 years, according to Simply Wall Street. That's not a joke. That's really good, right? 90% revenue growth year over year every single year for until 2025 and after that. They don't have the projections for after 2025. But they are expecting the EPS to go down. So what does that mean? That means they're expecting operating expenses to go way up, even more than the revenue proportion that it's increasing, which is patently insane. And that's why I'm so excited to go and fly to California and actually sit down with the chief operating officer and the chief financial officer, both of them at the same time. Hell, if I have to, anything I can get, I'll take. But I want to ask them, why do they think it's going to increase this much? And what are you going to do to stop this from increasing? Because I have a 99% thought, like I'm 99% sure in this thought, that they are going to be able to decrease operating expenses significantly. And at the very least, they're going to be able to decrease them enough to not rise 80 to 90% year over year. That's insane, right? I mean, do you really think a company that is going to get more efficient with the learning curve inherently, right? And every single company has that, okay? It's just a law of nature, okay? It's just a principle. You just have it every time, okay? It's always there. Really, you think that the operating expenses are just going to keep rising perpetually. We're never going to slow down. Why? What makes you think that? Like, they're not going to rise 90% every single year. And actually, they're not even projecting 90%. They're projecting like 1, 2, 300% year over year operating expenses increases, which absolutely, it does not make sense to me. It does not make sense at all. So somebody explain to me why, and you can go look at the actual projections they have. It's absolutely insane. I don't understand it, but that's what they have, and it's absolutely crazy. I don't understand. They only care about BNGO becomes hype. Hey, it's okay if Bionano becomes hype, dude. I'm okay with that. And I'm going to have a whole video to a degree, okay? Don't misconstrue me there. But I want the apes to come in. I want the apes to come in and help us, man. Because I guarantee you, in the short term, right? People always say, oh, it's going to hurt the company. No, the company is going to only have a better chance if we get, even if we got a pump and dump, which is not what we're doing. We're trying to pump and hold. We're trying to pump and stay there. We're trying to return it to its fundamental value, right? That's what I mean by squeeze. That's what I mean by let's squeeze in and hold till 10, 15. We want to give the company the most auspicious opportunity possible to revolutionize healthcare and screw over the market manipulators in the process. And if the apes came in and helped us, I guarantee you a lot of them would come to our Discord and other Discords and not even to me, okay, just to the community of Bionano, to the subreddit, right? Not my subreddit, the BNGO subreddit, and see what we have here and see why sequencing is coming, see why we are so, and they're going to understand why we've been holding all this time, since 15, since 10, since 12, right? And they're going to invest long-term and become long-term bulls like us. So that is why I think apes, that's why I welcome apes coming in, actually. There isn't anything really new. Actually, you know what that reminds me? There is actually something new. There are a few things that are kind of new. This next thing is not that new, but it kind of is. Here, let me go to here first. Okay, did they reduce this back again? They reduced it back. Oh my gosh. I was looking at this earlier today or yesterday night. I forgot, but they had this up at 0.53%. Now they reduced it back down. What the heck? Well, anyways, I was going to say that's new, but they reversed it back. But the only other new thing is this. Everyone needs to vote. And I did say this in several videos, and I did make a community post on this, but everyone needs to vote or else Bionano may have to use even more of their own revenue and money, cash on hand, to actually set up a vote, because they wouldn't get, if they don't get 50% of the shareholders vote in, then they're not going to be able to, they're going to have to do another vote, which would suck. So that's the only new thing. And here, let me link this. Let me link this in here right now for you. Here we go. Let me link that. All right. So yeah, go vote in that if you need to. Please help the company, boys. Help the company out. But this stream right now, it's a little bit weird. But what I want for this stream, I want the bears. I want all, and not even the bears. I want the bulls to tell me your concerns about Bionano. Tell me what you're worried about. Tell me why you think, why you're hesitant to add on the dip or whatever it is. I can try to answer them. The hardest thing is the value of the damn company. It does so much. Yes, it is pretty hard. Well, it's especially hard to value a company when they are trading already above their revenue, right? We're trading at a very high price to earnings, price to sales, price to book ratio, and it's because of this. Okay, it's mostly because of this, or actually, it's probably not even mostly because of this, but it should be, right? We should be trading at a much higher valuation just for the reason that nano nozzle is coming, right? A new sequencing capability in the Sapphire or in a new product, it's coming, and it's going to be able to detect single base pairs, right? Single nucleotide variations, which is what sequencing, which is one of the main things that is like the signature of long read, short read, next generation sequencing, all those, the competition for optical genome mapping. We're going to be able to do that soon, and if you just look at the market caps of all the companies that do that, double-digit billions. Bionano is not even 2 billion, so that just tells you, it's going to be over once that happens. And but here's the bear case, right? This could not come out until 2024. Now, I think it's more likely. Now, I'm going to make a whole video on when I think this is going to come out, but I think it's more likely that we see by the end of 2023, 2022, okay. Now, I'm not actually betting on it because I'm coming out this year, but whenever it does come out, whether it's this year or 2 years from now, max, most likely, we're gonna moon. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt, and it's already confirmed. You just watch the video that I have coming out right after this. Right, there's a premiere here. Let me go right here. There's a premiere that we have here Right there, right, 3 o'clock. So 22 minutes it premieres. Go, watch that. I promise you, you will agree with me in the Nano nozzle. I promise you. Or you don't even have, if you're a visual learner, right? Just read the thread. Read the thread, and I'm gonna link that in that video as well. Why does it keep going down? Mostly because of people that don't do their research, I would say, and because of manipulation. Also, the high growth sector's death. Yes, those things. And what you have to remember is the company itself. This is, oh man, if you can learn this skill, you'll be a very successful investor or trader, most likely. The stock price is not the company, and the company's dealings is not indicative of the stock price. You know, people think when a stock goes down, it's like, oh, the company must be doing bad. No. Since $15.69, the company literally has had 2 earnings that have beat on revenue, one that has beat on earnings per share, the other matched. We've got several catalysts. We've got Nano nozzle that is confirmed, and although we've still gone down more than 60%, which makes 0 sense. So that's what you have to, and this is not peculiar to BNGO. Plenty of companies have this. Okay, plenty of companies have the same exact thing. Plenty of companies have this exact same thing happen. So please do not sell. If you're gonna sell because you don't agree with this. Okay, I don't know how you can, honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I mean, it's everything is proven that this guy claims and that I claim in the video that you're gonna see in what 20 minutes now. But don't sell because it's going down every day. Don't sell low and then go buy something high, please. I strongly recommend you consider not doing that. It's market emotion. It is. They won't bet on small cap tech stocks. I know. Yeah, small cap tech stocks have gotten killed. Yep, they have. If we look at the high growth watch list here, let me give you a better view here. Nano Dimension. Microvision has done decent, but it's still down. What did Microvision get to at peaks? Did it get to 28? I want to say. Okay, yeah, so 28. But that was okay. That was the Wall Street bet squeeze. It really got to like 25. So this one is down almost 50%, and this one from highs on February 16th, and this one. This one has, and this one's performed relatively well, right? Most other stocks, most high growth stocks, down 67%, right? 60, 70, 80%. Skills, $46, now $15, right? MP, same exact thing. That's more than a 50% decline right there. Zomedica, Nuvo, Jagex, Mara, SENS, Ocugen, CTXR, all of them are dead, and it's not Bionano's fault. It's not Bionano's fault whatsoever. But anyone who's just joining in now, please tell me what risks you have for Bionano here. Let me go down to the risk section. I want to add some more bear case scenario for Bionano, and I haven't gotten any because there's no bears long term, right? Let me see if I missed any questions up here. All right. I'm sitting on 9K shares at 6.8 average. Your videos are very informative. Help me keep my cool on red days, please. On bad days, keep up the good work. We will be rewarded in the moon. Thank you so much. That means a lot, Steve. Thank you so much, my friend. Masab, I bet people come over from cryptos. Yeah, I bet so. Yes, operating expenses. Yeah, man, that is going to be. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, my friend. Sideways till we moon. It's coming. Once we start mooning, here's the thing with Bionano. Once we start getting green days, I mean, we saw this in the last few days, even with the recent earnings, where when we go green, people come back and people start trading it and investing in it. But otherwise, if we don't go up, like if we're not green, there's no volume really typically, or at least I shouldn't say that. At least in the last few days, right? Look at the volume; it just keeps declining. I've said it right on the day of the earnings and before it. I probably said it back here as well. If we can continue to get big volume, or no, I said it right after the volume, right after the 103 million volume day. I said if we can continue this volume, we're going to see $10. We're going to see $15. We have consistently decreased volume every single day since then. It's straight depression, man. The volume is just straight up depression. All right. Looks like the STAR might flip next week on the monthly. The SAR, I think you mean. I said Supertrend other day. I got my indicators mixed up. Also, Yahoo Finance has changed bullish in the near term. Possibly green next week. Well, you want to do a little technical breakdown? We can. I'll tell you one thing. Do not go off of what Yahoo Finance says short term. I mean, if you're doing the premium thing for Yahoo Finance, the trends, I guess, because I haven't used that. But if you're using the free thing where it like says, I would not trust that at all. But the SAR on the daily and the super trend is absolutely god awful. We're bearish on both. And the 4 hourly is actually good. The 4 hourly is actually really good. Okay, I actually did not even know this before I looked at this. This is actually amazing. Okay, now don't get your hopes up. Okay, now this is only one indicator. We're still bearish on plenty of things. The Nasdaq gap's down. We're gonna go down. But it is the 4-hourly SAR and Supertrend is very bullish. Very, very bullish. We just got the SAR flip, and the Supertrend is still green from the initial push up after earnings. All right. I'm happy that all those institutions are giving us the stability. We now go from 5 to 8 and are not losing every day 7-8%. Yeah, and we are in these last few days. I really do like that we have made a very solid floor at what is it, 550. Yeah, 550. We've really done a good job at holding that. I mean, yeah, we did get a quick little scare in the pre-market for a little 540 action, but we have held 550 as a support very nicely the last 3-4 days. So, and 530 as well. And I have all these supports marked. And when we go to the daily chart, it looks pretty complicated. It's like, wow, do you really need that many support levels? We do, because we do the daily. When we do the streams, obviously it's literally short-term predictions. So yeah, we do need those. But it's not looking bad. It's not looking awful, man. It really isn't. Bionano has actually done well compared to its peers in the last few weeks. It really has, at least since earnings, it has. The big money doesn't want people waking up to hyper growth investments in mass. It hurts their bottom line. They like it when you're poor. Yes, they do. That's why we got to stand together. That's why we got to stand together, my friend. We got to huddle and add on the dips and not sell till 10 and 15 plus. I've made this plea before, and some people said they were going to join with me, and I don't even care if one person said it. I am going to stay true to that. If at all if we start pushing upwards. I mean, I guess technically I said I wouldn't sell at all for years if people actually join me, and I got a couple comments of people saying they would join me, but it's only like a few, so I guess not. I wish, but yeah, we do need to band together and screw over the market manipulators, because there is manipulation proven to already have happened and is happening right now, and this is obviously the higher the stop price goes, the more auspicious the company. The more auspicious the opportunity that Bionano has to actually do great things, which is revolutionize healthcare, increase the life expectancy for everyone, and increase the life quality for everyone. So it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, man, and especially at these prices, especially with the nano nozzle news. Once the nano nozzle happens, we're going to $50. We're going to $100, $200, 1,000% gain. If the nano nozzle is as revolutionary even as this thread claims, which Always Right, you guys know how credentialed Always Right is. He's on the Discord. I've already fact checked all of this essentially. I mean, I haven't fact checked all the quotes technically, but all of the he doesn't even link all the patents in here that we cover in the video. Just watch the video coming out in 15 minutes on the premiere here, right? 3 o'clock Central Time, right? So that's gonna be 14 minutes. We're gonna end the stream here in 10 minutes, and then I want everyone to go watch that. I'm gonna put the link in the live chat so everyone can go over there and watch that. That is why we're gonna moon. That is why, my friends. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, I am willing to put my reputation on Bionano moving because I'm so damn confident. Even if worst case scenario, right? Let's just talk worst case for a second. Okay, so Bionano trades between, I don't know, let's say Bionano trades between $3 and $10 for the next 2 years. Let's say that happens. If that did really happen, the channel would probably be a failure. But let's say that happens. Come 2023, 2024, guess what's coming to town, baby? I don't know the exact quote on me. You know what? Let me try. I'm going to try to find that quote after this. But I do know a quote from the management. I think the CEO, he said that 2024 is when it looks like it's going to be done. And let me actually look in the actual transcript here to fact check myself, because I do not want to say that is. I do not want to have everyone thinking something that is not actually true. Let me fact check myself really quickly here. Okay, so 2024, I think. Here it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, so next generation sapphire, right? And how we should think of this, is this more of a premium higher throughput sapphire, or is this a successor and really the next step of the sapphire? So this is actually really confusing, and I am a little confused here, because literally when we talk about the next generation sapphire, are you talking about the higher throughput sapphire or the nano nozzle sapphire? It's like, well, I don't know. And because the higher throughput sapphire is already confirmed to be happening Q4 2021, it has to be nano nozzle, right? It has to be, which I don't understand, because he literally says it's more like the former, which would be a more premium, higher throughput version of sapphire, which is obviously not true if it's going to be Like, I don't understand if Eric misinterpreted this question. If I don't know. Anyways, y'all don't even care about this. Anyways, and what we have said is that the next generation, through a couple of steps, will bring another 14-fold release increase, and that would be completed by the end of 2023. And this is really confusing for me because they have already confirmed that the 14-fold increase in the throughput Sapphire, that is going to be Q4 this year. So I'm very confused about this statement. I think Eric meant to talk about the I don't even know. I'm not even sure. But this must be the nano nozzle / next generation Sapphire with sequencing capabilities. But I'm confused. I'm very confused because they already have confirmed. Okay, let me just show you so I don't look like a madman here. Let me show you. Let me go right here. Okay, so Sapphire 2.0 with 1,400 times higher throughput with innovative features, right? They already have confirmed this. They've already confirmed this. And let me go and is there a better quote that I have here for you? Let me see. Where is it? Yes. Okay, so here it is, right? This is a quote from the Q4 2020 earnings report, right? The fourth quarter of 2020 would be an especially busy one. Bionano anticipates the validation of its 3 laboratory-developed tests. With billing codes, it also expects to have a prototype of its next generation high-throughput Sapphire ready, right? So I guess technically we could have the full version would be totally completed by 2023. I don't think it's going to take that long, to be honest with you. They already said it's on par of happening. Also, if you have a prototype ready by 2021, is it really going to take you another 2023 or until 2023 to get all the commercialization and marketing ready? Like, really? That's essentially they're just fine. What's the word? I don't know what the word is. The finishing touches on it and then selling it. It's like, really? The prototype's already done. Like, do you really need that much time? Anyways. All right, let me see. Do we have a bear in here? Did I go on a rant right when the bears came in finally? Let me see. Is it better to sell at a loss and rebuy ASAP to get it to have a better average cost? It is kind of stupidity technically because you may lose more money actually just because it's another transaction. But if you were to actually sell now and buy in later or lower, then it would actually be auspicious. Plus, if you're one of those people that needs to see green, then obviously do it for yourself, your own sanity. Yes, I hope that answers your question. I can go more in depth on that, but that we have some good commentary. I would just keep buying an average down depending on how many. Okay, it's only a loss if you sell. Why do we have 17% short float? Yeah, we have 17% short interest in the flow here, according to FinViz, which FinViz is not. FinViz, it's reliable. It's just like, I would not say that I'm bearish, but a bearish case could be slower than expected delivery. Not many have patience in the market lately. I assume you mean by delivery, I'm assuming you mean proof of concept through a lot of sales coming in. That's what I'm assuming you mean. And that could happen. I don't think so, though. It's very unlikely. We have a too high price to earnings ratio. Fundamentally, looking only on the numbers, I would short do, but stocks are the only. Oh, this is such a bad argument, in my opinion. All right, so Tom, buddy, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful for you, but here's the problem with judging a company just based on its price to earnings. Let me ask you a question. Why did Bionano jump up to a $2 billion market cap? Because the Sapphire's innovations and market potential, basically they turn the Sapphire's potential addressable market turns into the sizable attainable market, or actually no, not sizable, serviceable obtainable market, which ape language basically means the realistic portion of the market that you're actually going to be making, right? So absolutely not. No, you cannot judge a company by its current revenue when the product is basically ensuring that we're getting 90%. The analysts are projecting 90% revenue growth year over year for the next 5 years. So it's a fallacy of composition. I know. I hate saying the fallacy of composition because it's literally in everything, but like it is. You cannot look at one stat and tell me, oh, it's a bad company because we got a high price to earnings ratio. Do you know how many successful companies have had high price to earnings ratios, right? Yeah, that's what they said. Okay, literally people like you said that about Tesla a year ago, okay? And Bitcoin and everything, okay? Everything that's doing well and has high potential will trade at a high price to earnings ratio. It's just a fact. Judging a company just based on that is absolute stupidity, in my opinion, man. So that's absolutely not a intelligent thing to do. I think high chance of seeing profits than even with your average. All right, boys, we got about 5 minutes here, and then the premiere on the sequencing on the nano nozzle is coming out. Brandon, Tom did not make a bear case, just gave a possible answer to my question about the short flow. Oh, all right. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry, Tom. Are you I didn't mean to do that. Well, that's what you get when I have a stream about, talking about the Bears and then there's no bears, it's just bulls. That's because the Bears they're too scared to come on. They're too scared, let's be honest. And all of them that do come on, they either end up spamming or just ignoring what I say. Sorry, Tom. It's still a good point for the Bears, though. It's still a good point to make. So, yeah. All right, boys. What are the questions we have? Last minute questions here. I'll put on my price targets for the last little thing here. Year end, $15. We got this. Fuck the mystical unicorn. Is that his name, Mystical Unicorn? That's funny. That's the guy who's apparently making a 400-page due diligence that is a bear case. He said it was a bear manifesto to Bionano. That sounds communist as heck. Does that not sound like the what do you call it? The manifesto by Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber? Am I pronouncing his name right? Kaczynski. I don't know. Folks, take it from a 55-year-old buy and hold the stock. All right. All right, boys. Let's get out of here. We got about a couple minutes here, and then we're gonna end before 3. So yeah, Hammer, let me go ahead and link this in the chat. Let me go ahead and link this for you. By the way, we're getting a new webcam, a new $18 webcam. I went ahead and ordered that. So yeah, 5 minutes in this premiere. So yeah, everyone feel free to go and watch that. This video is about why nano nozzle and how sequencing is going to change the future and make us rich. That's that's like, it's an intro video. It's only like, it's less than 10 minutes long, but it's it explains this with very factual and clear and articulate ways. I think that's a good description. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, let's get out of here. All right, boys, I won't take up any more of your time if you guys don't have any last minute questions. $20 end of year likely case for Bionano. Bull case is 100 to 200. If we got a buy, if we got bought out, if we started acquiring a ton more companies, which actually there is reason to believe that we may be acquiring a company very soon here. But more on that, we can do a whole video on that as well. But yeah, all right, man, we'll get out of here. But that's the or nano nozzle comes out, and this is going to be, honestly, this should just be greater than 200. There should just be a greater sign for the end of your bull case, because there is no cap on what Bionano would do if there was a ton of acquisitions. If we got what would happen if we dropped the nano nozzle and the and got bought out at the same time? Oh my gosh, we'd be up at 1,000% one day. All right, anyways, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. I'll see you. Not financial advice. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all in the next one.